everyone, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be walking you guys through the process of how I've learned to add decorative foil to different kinds of paper crafts. So I have a couple of cards that I'm going to be embellishing, as well as a little bit of a decor idea. So I've got everything printed out, and I'm going to show you the method for how I'm converting these onto here. I've also done another video about that and transferring with pencil to wood, which I will link up in the iCard up there. I even painted my nails today to go with our little shiny theme. So without further ado, let's get started. So I am going to be doing a pencil transfer technique for this. So all you'll need to do is print off whatever design it is that you want to put on. You're going to go on the back and just kind of color over anything that you want to trace. The harder that you press will make the image show up a little bit better. So once you have that all done, you flip it to wherever you would like it on your page. I'm going to put it slightly lower because I'm going to add a little phrase on the top. Go around all of the edges of your design and just press in real hard so that when you remove the paper, there will be little pencil lines showing. Alright, and once you peel it up, probably can't see it all too well, but there is pencil lines on there. So on this particular design, I actually want to keep the top black, and I'm going to take like a gold gel pen to kind of add a shadow behind it so that it sticks out from the black triangles in the background, and I just want the bottom part to have the foil on it. So what you're going to need for this is this deco foil marker, or a toner pen will also work. So my sister got me this for Christmas. I'm pretty sure it was only like $5 and some change, so I definitely thought this was the easiest way to get this project underway. And what you're going to do is you're going to go into your design and you're just going to fill in pretty much everything, and then give it about 30 seconds to dry and get tacky before you send it through a laminator. I got this laminator, this Scotch laminator that's making a ridiculous amount of noise. I got that for my anniversary with my boyfriend last year, and I think it's only around $18 to $20 at Walmart, and please excuse any of the weird noises that it is making. Once this is dried a little bit, you want to actually stick it on top of whatever it is that you want to foil, but you're really going to want to make sure that what is sticking out the top is the actual gold color. So when you stick it down, the gold should be facing you, not this silver metallic side on the inside. So we're going to apply the heat through the laminator. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to unfold this card. I also made this card myself by just taking some scrap of paper and cutting it to what I believe was 5.5 inches by like 8.25 inches. And I used another card, actually, this card that I had purchased, to come up with those measurements. So once that's done, you're going to want to actually put this in a parchment paper so that there's no chance of anything getting stuck, but I actually did a test run through it accidentally without it, and it worked fine, and I don't have any parchment paper anyway, so we're going to go for it. So you're just going to feed it into your laminator and kind of keep feeding it until it gets kind of sucked through, and it's going to just kind of suck everything in slowly and eventually attach your gold at the end. There's the happy, and there we go. Now here is the moment of truth where we actually peel back our foil. And there we have it. So I filled in the happy with this Wexford rollerball pen with liquid ink. And obviously it kind of blends in with these triangles. So I also have this gold Pilot G7 pen, maybe? Yeah. G2 with 07, that's what it is. These are my favorite pens. I literally got a giant pack with every color in them, but just because I want to add a little bit of contrast so that they stand out, or the happy stands out a little bit more, I'm gonna add just some shadow. And something important to note when you're adding shadow to literally anything is kind of pick a direction for it to go. I'm gonna go down and I guess to the right. So those are the only sides that you should actually outline. So everything on the bottom edge gets an outline. I'm going to skip this side of the H and go straight down here, kind of pull it out from these triangles here. And I'm using this metallic gold because it will sit on top of the black a lot better than anything else. You could also use a paint pen, but all of my paint pens are like giant and not suitable for this particular project. So they each would look a little something like that, and I'm going to continue through the A, P, P, and Y. And there we have our final design. I think I'm going to put maybe some black paper down so that it kind of has a white border around on the inside, and then maybe write my message with the gold pen just because it did bleed through a little bit with the liquid ink. But overall, I think this was a pretty successful first project, so let's move on to the next one. So I darkened up the lines a little bit on this one, and I've got this scrap that I'm going to be using. So I'm gonna pop this right on top. And again, I will be opening up this card and feeding it through. So let's go. Now for the most satisfying part, the peel. Okay, so this is textured paper, and obviously this came out a little raggedy. I kind of like it actually, because I think it actually blends it into the card a little more seamlessly, and it's kind of cool. But there are a couple of places where I guess the glue didn't hit, so you can kind of see the holes there. If this is to happen, you can kind of wait for it to dry a little bit and then add some extra adhesive and then just try kind of sticking it on in some places that are left over. I kind of like the charm it gives it, and my best friend is actually turning 21 this year, or has turned 21 before this video goes up, and I think she'll quite like this textured look to it. I think that's something that's very her vibe, so I think I'm personally going to leave it. And now I'm just going to take this regular black Sharpie fine liner and write "your" in script across the top, and I think I'm going to add some extra lines just to kind of make it look like some faux calligraphy. To add that faux calligraphic look, if that is actually a word, I'm not really certain, you're going to want to thicken any downstrokes. So this is up, and when I go down, that's where I'll add my thickness. So I'm going up again, and then I'm going down. So add a little bit of thickness all the way down the downstroke on the Y. This goes up, down. This kind of goes down too, so I'll thicken that a smidge. And there's a little mini faux calligraphy lesson for you. It's not perfect, but it's handmade, and that's the point. Lastly, we have this welcome that I did. I feel like it took me a really long time to actually put all the adhesive down, so I'm really afraid this isn't gonna work, but I don't know. Let's go through the process together, and I think I'll feed it in this way just so it'll come out a little bit faster. So everyone wish it luck. Moment of truth, y'all. See what happens. That could have been better. And part of this might have been, I think, especially in these areas where there was this black, it was really hard to see my writing. But I'm actually gonna see if I can improve this and go over it one more time, because I would actually like for this to be completely foiled. Right, I've let the glue get a little tacky, and I'm kind of cutting out little scraps to go over the W. I'm using that as kind of my tester over here. So we'll do some of that. And let's send it through again and see what happens. While that was going through and I was like staring at it and waiting for it to come out the other side, I realized I was really hungry. And I also realized I haven't eaten yet today. And it is $1:45. So I grabbed a bag of bacon, made a double serving, I guess, of a protein shake. And it came out already, but my phone's also at like 6%. So it's just sitting over there mocking me. I'm nervous. That's fun. Well, also just while I'm awkwardly sitting on the couch waiting for my phone to charge a little bit more, this is the foil that I'm using, and let me tell you, when you get it in the big packs, it is like ridiculously expensive. I'm pretty sure I got this one for like $4.80 something, and it's got 5 sheets of 6x12, which honestly, all things considered, I think is pretty good because I don't see myself using this in really, really big crafts. I also don't really see it working very well in larger areas. So yeah, I actually totally don't mind this. I think this is a good deal, especially if you're trying to get a lot of colors or you want a lot of variety. It's just a little bit of a cheaper way to do so, and I believe I got this off of Amazon. Also, as far as paper crafting goes, I got this big old stack of scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby a while back, and I'm now trying to work through it, but it was in the clearance section, and I think it was all just like the last like sheet or two of discontinued scrapbook papers that they're not planning on selling anymore. I think I got this whole big stack with this super cute variety of different papers, which, oh man, I love this one. Is just such a good deal at literally $3, I'm pretty sure. And all kinds of colors, all kinds of patterns. Like, I've got some that are repeats, some that are similar or just like larger or smaller. Got this one here. I know I have some like more realistic ones and some that are just like patterns. Like here we have this one. I really like this one too. I love really anything with flowers if that were not obvious to you. Some that look like they would pop out of a science magazine. This one is so pretty. But yeah, if you are ever just like hanging around the clearance section in a Hobby Lobby, check for these packs. And I find that a lot of the times the only thing that's really unfortunate about it is you don't really get to see what's inside of them because they're wrapped in plastic. So this was kind of a mixed bag, but for $3, I totally think it was worth it. And now I have shark scrapbook paper. I'm at 14% and I can't wait anymore to see if this worked. So, let's go. Whoa. I guess. I still have like a little hole right there that I don't particularly enjoy. But it worked on everything else, so that's good to know. So yeah, definitely that works. Just make sure you send it through again and make sure you leave enough time for this to dry, because when I was first testing this out, I did not wait. And just wait, it won't work, I promise. I've been there. So what I think I'm gonna do with this is I'm probably just gonna like put it in a frame or something. I have like a whole like kind of marble thing going on in my office, so I think it might work out really nicely. I also think I might just take some black and like kind of clean up this edge here, because I don't know if I can get that to come off. Yeah, that's probably not happening. Oh, actually, it kind of is. Well, that's good to know. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out this week. If you like what you saw, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will be seeing you next Sunday for another crafty video. Thanks again, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.